Good afternoon, my name is Dylan Hector, and in this video I'll take you through my creative process while creating a model of the human brain. While trying to figure out what I was going to make the brain up of, I messed around a bit with a few objects I found lying around at home, but ultimately I ended up, as you can see, with jelly beans. And this brought me to, what brought me to this was basically just the variety of colors you get in a packet of sweets, which enabled me to clearly clarify and specify the different parts of the brain, and you can clearly see in the video below. I found this quote by Jeffrey Eugenides, which reads, "Biology gives you a brain, life turns it into a mind." This stuck with me as it resonates how life and the brain go hand in hand. As humans, we won't function and won't be able to do things if it were not for our brain. Now on to the teaching aspect. Teaching is partly an art and partly a science, meaning that you need to be invested in your craft to improve, and also by using sources available to you, whether that is fellow teachers, a mentor, or study material. The science of teaching and how integral the brain is in this process is not to be understated. I am definitely someone who prides themselves on having introspective orientation, as I have the ability to critically analyze my strengths and weaknesses, and I have developed this ability over the years, largely thanks to my endeavors on the cricket pitch. Just like on the pitch, I will need to have this introspective orientation in the classroom, as it will only benefit my students if I know where my shortcomings are and have the chance to work and improve on them, so that in turn the students will benefit and I will benefit, which means a happy classroom. Being reflective in life is so important, let alone in your field of expertise. As a reflective teacher, you need to take into account not only how you can improve, but also how to ensure that you have a balanced classroom and one where children feel comfortable interacting and learning, because ultimately that will only aid their development. This now brings me to the brain. As humans, we use our brain from the day we are born until the day we die, and this alone should show you the power that such a small thing possesses. Only recently, teachers have taken great interest in the findings of neuroscience research, and this doesn't surprise me. By understanding how the brain works, teachers will be able to adjust their methods to accommodate a more diverse range of students and be better prepared when certain situations arise in the classroom. The ability of the neurons to essentially communicate with one another is something I found quite interesting, and just the sheer number of neurons that the brain and spinal cord has is quite amazing. The fact that they don't regenerate alone should show you how important they are to the humans and to our brains. Being a sportsman, it was quite interesting to see how a small part of the brain has control of my balance, muscular control, and body posture, with millions of neurons and messages being sent through those neurons to each body part. That was quite interesting. The key function for me of this part of the brain is how we use it to acquire motor skills, and these are critically important, not just because I'm a sportsman, but also as you develop from a young age into a young adult and an adult. And of course, I'm talking about the little orange fellow over here, the cerebellum. Probably one of the most important aspects I learned from this process was how much neuroscience is integrated in education, and how I can use this to my advantage as a future teacher. And I'm lucky, as I have younger brothers on whom I can check to see how the process works in the brain and how it develops and how they pick up motor skills as they age. The question I always ask myself is, which side of the brain is my strong side? Am I left-sided or am I more right-sided? And at this point in time, I'm not too sure, because I think I use a little bit of both, but I'll do further research to check on that. And finally, the brain and the study of neuroscience as a whole is something I'm finding quite intriguing, and the more I read and learn about it, the more it fascinates me. Thank you.